Summerhill, A.S. Neal, and W.J. McKeechee. Summerhill Statistics. The school was founded in 1921 and is situated within the village of Leiston in Suffolk, England. Children who attend are between the ages of 5 and 15. There are generally around 25 boys and 20 girls, 3 age groups, 5 to 7, 8 to 10, 11 to 15. A house parent for each group of students. Everyone has one vote, children and adults alike. Children do not have to attend lessons. Curriculum is individualized by the student and the teacher. Violence. Group interaction provides opportunities to reveal and clear up confusion, to practice problem solving, to permit elaboration of deep processing of the subject matter, and also to stimulate motivation by social facilitation and the opportunity to relate material to student interests. This is related to one of the big 5 personality structures, agreeableness, and is related to Summerhill in that violence is solved through the House Committee, which is all of the students and the teachers, and everyone has one vote. Education, workload and difficulty can pose cognitive problems, but also may be a factor either in stimulating curiosity and challenge, or alternatively leading to discouragement and loss of motivation. This is related to the big 5 personality structure of conscientiousness, and Summerhill does this through allowing children to actually choose which lessons they want to do, and giving them the freedom to sometimes not attend lessons at all. It's their choice. Prejudice. Perry shows the importance of perceived personal control in student motivation, and faculty members are, if anything, even more motivated for personal control than the average person. This is related to the big 5 personality structure of culture, and this is very true of schools in general. Imagine the difference that could be made by having a school where faculty were not in charge, but were motivators instead of being dictators, and that is Summerhill. Courage. We are probably not going to transform a quiet monotone into a manic who rushes up and down the aisle shouting, but we can move them towards the middle of the expressiveness scale, and Murray's research demonstrates that each training produces significant changes in student ratings of effectiveness. This is related to the big 5 personality structure of extroversion and introversion, and if you stop and think of the courage that must have been required in 1921 when A.S. Neal started the school, and the continued courage of Zoe Neal Redhead, his daughter, who is still running the school, to create a school that was contrary to everything that had ever been used in a school before, and yet to do it in such an effective way. Disability. March and Duncan's and Fieldman's superb reviews of research on student ratings of teaching, together with Murray's research, should convince any rational person of the value of collecting student ratings, but college faculty members are not noted for their rationality in faculty debates about higher education policy. Personal structure, the big 5 personalities, emotional stability, and neuroticism. And I think we need to relate the fact that Will, who was in trouble for harassing an older boy because he was very insecure, can be related to the faculty and anyone else who is insecure and worries about their jobs. And this is a disability, and it does affect teaching. And Summerhill has overcome this to a large extent by not requiring their students to take exams or forcing their instructors to give them. Instead, it's true motivational teaching. The citations are Gitzel's P and Gordon Gitzel's H. Summerhill at 70, McKeechee's W.J. Good teaching makes a difference, and we know what it is. And Neal A.S., The Idea of Summerhill. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. A.S. Neal, Summerhill, and W.J. McKeechee, Good Teaching Makes a Difference. The statistics of Summerhill are easy to put on a screen. What isn't so easy to put on the screen is the philosophy behind Summerhill, where students are not forced to learn but are instead given freedom to be children and to do what they wish, and teachers serve as motivational and instructional guides instead of dictators within their own little kingdom. Violence occurs in Summerhill as it occurs everywhere in the world, but when it does occur, it is resolved through a tribunal of all the members of the community, the children and the adults alike, and everyone is given an equal vote. The Big Five personality structure that this relates to is agreeableness. Education at Summerhill is quite unique. The students aren't forced to have a certain level of workload or difficulty. Instead, they are asked to pursue their interests, and the teachers facilitate them while they do that. The Big Five personality structure this relates to is conscientiousness. Prejudice is almost eliminated at Summerhill because the tribunal keeps the children from expressing too much prejudice. Everyone has one vote. Everyone has the ability to bring their issue before the tribunal to have it resolved. Courage is something that must have taken in abundance to be A.S. Neal in 1921 and to change the whole concept of school by allowing children to decide what they were going to do, putting children's fate in their own hand. So Neil Redhead is his daughter, and she continues his tradition 70 years later. Disability will be the subject of my paper, and disability is related to Summerhill and McKeechee's good teaching, because wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we all could have one vote and be treated equally, if everyone could bring their issues to a tribunal of interested parties who would help to resolve what was happening to you, regardless of your disability, who cared about you. That's related to the Big Five personality structure of emotional stability and neuroticism. The citations for this piece are Gitzel's P and Gordon Gitzel's H. Summerhill at 70, that's a short film. McKeechee W, Good Teaching Makes a Difference, and we know what it is. And Neal A.S, The Idea of Summerhill. Thanks and have a great day.